Our next guest said he can clearly say, "I told you so." Back in November, the UK's government weather forecasting office claimed that this winter would be mild. That's the same office pushing a global warming agenda. But here's the forecast for this winter, as predicted in November by astrophysicist and meteorologist Piers Corbyn. Take a listen.
The winter, December to February, inclusive in Britain and Europe, will be exceptionally cold and snowy, like hell frozen over at times.
He was right. It feels like that outside right now. You're looking at video of an extremely snowy Britain from this week. So much for global warming. He says prepare for the ice age. Piers Corbyn joins us now. Piers, how did you pull this off? How did you manage to be so accurate when everyone else in that office was saying, it's not going to happen?
Well, the science, so-called, of these scientists you referred to is failed science based on fraudulent data. We understand that the sun, solar particle and magnetic effects, which control Earth's weather and climate, and we're able to predict this a long time ahead. So we predicted that this December would be the coldest for 100 years, which it has been, as it's shown on this, and we also predicted on the 12th of December that northeast and east USA would suffer the most horrendous blizzards for decades. And we actually put out a tweet saying, "You ain't seen nothing yet."
Now, in fact, we haven't seen anything yet, and because you now are predicting that there is global cooling taking place.
Yes.
And that seems to fly in the face of what we're hearing at large. In fact, today in the New York Times, a piece about the trend of global warming, and their argument is, from scientists, they say that because we're seeing global warming, that's why we're seeing such weather extremes. Do you buy that science?
No, it is complete nonsense. It's fiction. It comes from a cult ideology. There's no science in there, no facts to back them up. Historically, the only correlation between carbon dioxide and temperatures over millions of years is that world temperatures drive carbon dioxide levels, not the other way around. What they have is they fiddle the facts in order to justify political attacks, carbon trading, extra taxation on the public.
But Piers, you know, the critics would say, well, wait a second. They'd say, hold on a second, Piers. They're saying we're seeing global ice sheets melting. We're seeing the Arctic Circle being opened up in such a way that Russia now laying claim to certain land up there that never before. We have ships going up there. What do you say to them?
Well, fine. The ships have been up there before. It's all happened before. And, in fact, it is now closing up again in the Arctic, and the Antarctic has been cooling for the last 30 years. We are just past the peak of a world temperature rise, and we are now falling, and it's going to carry on falling in general for the next 25 years. And all these major extreme events around the world, the biggest ones, such as the heat wave in Russia and the floods and the ending of the heat wave in Russia and the ending of the floods in Pakistan, were predicted by us using our solar magnetic theory, which you can find out more of on weatheraction.com, our website.
Beyond that, I want to get your Twitter address, because I'm going to start following on Twitter so I can predict when I need to get out the snow boots. What's your Twitter address, Piers?
Twitter address is http, etc. twitter.com/Piers_Corbyn. It's
Piers
as on this,
_
if you
Corbyn.
can see the.
There you go.
That's the one.
Yeah, I might need my glasses to see that. Piers, thank you for being accurate. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Have a good new year as well.